Nestled in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State boasts a fusion of natural wonders, iconic landmarks, and hidden gems that make it truly unique. Whether you're a local or a curious traveler, prepare to be enchanted. Here are 30 impressive and fun facts about the Evergreen State. Let's dive in. Birthplace of Starbucks. The first Starbucks store was opened in 1971 at Pike Place Market in Seattle, Washington. Apples galore. Washington State produces more apples than any other state in the U.S. In fact, it's responsible for about 60% of the nation's apple production. Ring of Fire. Washington is home to 5 active volcanoes, part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Mount St. Helens is the most famous, having erupted in 1980. Longest beach. Long Beach in Washington claims to be the world's longest drivable beach. Rainy reputation. Despite its reputation, Seattle doesn't get the most rain in the U.S. by volume. Cities in the southeastern U.S., such as Mobile, Alabama, get more annual rainfall. Underground tour. In Seattle, you can take a tour of the original city streets, which are now underground. They were covered up after the Great Seattle Fire of 1889. First rotating restaurant. The Space Needle in Seattle was once the tallest structure west of the Mississippi River and features a rotating restaurant at the top. Rich music scene. Washington is the birthplace of legends like Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain. Seattle is known for its 1990s grunge movement with bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden. Twilight Series, the small town of Forks, located on the Olympic Peninsula, became famous as the setting for Stephenie Meyer's Twilight series. Evergreen State. Washington is nicknamed the Evergreen State because of its abundant evergreen forests. Largest ferry system. Washington State has the largest fleet of ferries in the U.S., which is a primary mode of transportation between the islands and the mainland. Walla Walla sweet onions. This unique variety of onion is so sweet and juicy it can be eaten like an apple and is exclusively grown in the Walla Walla Valley. Diverse ecosystems. From coastal rainforests in Olympic National Park to the arid landscapes of eastern Washington, the state boasts a wide range of ecosystems within its borders. Famous residents. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, and Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, both reside in Washington. Innovative spirit. Boeing, the major aerospace and defense company, was founded in Seattle in 1916. The Museum of Flight in Seattle is one of the largest air and space museums in the world. Sasquatch Central, the Pacific Northwest, including Washington State, is known for numerous Sasquatch or Bigfoot sightings. In fact, there are festivals and events dedicated to this elusive creature. Cherry cane. Apart from apples, Washington is the nation's leading producer of cherries, especially the Sweet Bang and Rainier varieties. World's first soft serve. The city of Olympia is said to be the birthplace of soft serve ice cream, thanks to local Dairy Queen operators who developed it in 1939. Rich wine country. Washington is the second largest wine producer in the U.S. after California. Regions like Yakima Valley and Walla Walla are renowned for their vineyards and wineries. Wacky festivals. Washington hosts some unique events, like the Slug Fest in Edenville, which celebrates the Pacific Northwest slimy mollusks. Whale watching. The waters around the San Juan Islands are one of the best places in the world to see orca whales in the wild. Pioneering path. The state played a significant role in westward expansion, with the Oregon Trail and Lewis and Clark Expedition both passing through. Gingerbread tradition. The oldest Starbucks location in Seattle traditionally hosts a giant gingerbread village during the holiday season. Tallest totem pole. In Kalama, you can find one of the tallest totem poles carved from a single log. It stands at over 140 feet. Glass art. Tacoma, Washington, is the birthplace of the internationally renowned glass artist Dale Chudley. The Museum of Glass in Tacoma showcases magnificent glass art and offers live glass-blowing demonstrations. Origin and statehood. Washington, located in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S., is often referred to as Washington State to distinguish it from Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. Before European settlement, diverse Native American tribes inhabited the region. The first European explorers were Spanish, but later British and American expeditions explored and mapped the region. The territory was jointly administered by the U.S. and Britain for a time, before the Oregon Treaty of 1846 awarded the region to the U.S. Washington would eventually be carved out of the larger Washington Territory and was admitted to the Union as the 42nd state in 1889. Economic powerhouse, Washington State has a diverse and booming economy. It's the birthplace and home to some of the world's largest corporations, such as Microsoft, Amazon, and Starbucks. The state is a leader in industries like technology, aerospace, Boeing being a major player, and even agriculture. Washington is the nation's top producer of apples, hops, pears, red raspberries, and sweet cherries. The state also has a significant maritime industry, benefiting from its position on the Pacific coast, and is a hub for international trade, especially with Asian markets. Natural beauty and geography. Washington's topography and climate are incredibly diverse, which has made it a haven for nature enthusiasts. The state boasts the rainforests of the Olympic Peninsula, the dry, rugged landscapes of the Eastern Plains, and the towering Cascade Mountain Range, which includes the iconic Mount Rainier and the active volcano, Mount Streakhellens. The latter is renowned for its massive eruption in 1980, which remains the most destructive volcanic event in U.S. history. Moreover, the state is home to 3 national parks: Olympic, North Cascades, and Mount Rainier. Music and culture. Washington has been a melting pot of cultural movements. In the early 20th century, it was a hub for jazz music, with artists like Quincy Jones getting their start in Seattle. By the 1990s, the city had become the epicenter of the grunge movement, birthing bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden. Beyond music, the state has a thriving art scene, from theater to visual arts, thanks in part to the influence and patronage of its tech billionaires and the culturally rich communities that have developed around universities and urban centers. Innovative initiatives. Washington has often been at the forefront of progressive policies and initiatives in the U.S. It was one of the first states to legalize recreational cannabis use for adults back in 2012. Additionally, in the realm of environmental conservation, Washington has been proactive in promoting green energy solutions and sustainable practices, driven both by its progressive politics and its natural setting, which residents are eager to preserve. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe the channel. See you next time.